What's up, YouTube? Your boy Lewis. So back again for another video, man. Today we got a video uploaded by Cosmic Wonder. This one's called Spider-Man 4 and the Amazing Spider-Man 3 update. So apparently we got an update on these current projects that are rumored to be in development. You know what I'm saying? I personally can't wait to see a potential Spider-Man 4 and in a potential TASM 3. Honestly, I'd be like, I think most of you guys would be happy to see one. Anyways, before we get into this, y'all let me know down below in the comments, how's your day? Hopefully it was pretty good, but if it wasn't, hopefully this makes it somehow just a little bit better, you know what I'm saying? Let's see what Warren has to say. Let's get him in. Let's go.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Cosmic Wonder, where we talk all things Marvel and MCU.
Indeed.
I'm your host, Warren Thompson, and today we have some news that I know everybody loves and waits for, and that is Spider-Man news.
Yes.
Coming from one of the sources that gave us a lot of information about Spider-Man No Way Home before the movie came out, and once
Daniel
the movie came
RPK?
out, of course, it was all confirmed to be true. Also, I did a video, I think last week, talking about Sony and maybe their lack of plan for their own Spider-Man universe. It looks like they might actually have a plan, but we'll talk about that in this video. But let's dive into the latest.
I think Sony had a plan and Morbius just kind of got caught in a crossfire a little bit because of how lately it was filmed versus like when No Way Home came out, and kind of how that changed up the dynamic a little bit, you know what I'm saying?
Spider-Man report right now, and of course, if you're new, be sure to subscribe so you don't miss out on any of the latest videos. So today's report is coming from Daniel RPK. I'm sure if you
I see Daniel RPK,
Home, all of the leaks, all of the rumors, everything that was going around, you know who he is. Yeah. And he did a video on his YouTube channel recently.
He has a YouTube channel?
Everything that he's heard so far about Andrew Garfield and Tobey Maguire returning for future Spider-Man projects. In fact, the title of his video was Spider-Man Future Projects with Andrew Garfield. Now, he starts off by saying that, obviously, Marvel Studios and Sony found massive success with Spider-Man No Way Home and the other two Spider-Man returning. And due to the success, they are obviously open to them returning for future Spider-Man projects. But Daniel RPK specifically states that what he has heard, coming straight from him, is that Tobey and Andrew will indeed return. Tobey and Andrew seem more than happy to come back for Spider-Man No Way Home, and in some of the behind-the-scenes videos and interview videos, Tobey even said he's kind of up for anything. So this doesn't come as that big of a surprise.
I ain't seen him in much
anyway.
anyway
talks a little bit more about what he heard, and we're definitely going to dive into that. But first, a big thank you to Mech Arena for sponsoring today's video. Mech Arena is the perfect shooter for those who
I was so caught off guard for a minute. I thought an ad started playing.
So Daniel goes on to state that something is in the works right now. Something with either Andrew or Tobey, or perhaps even both. Now, he says that it's not concrete at this point, meaning he doesn't really know what it's going to be. He says he doesn't know if it's going to be a quick little cameo in perhaps the multiverse. So maybe a cameo in Multiverse of Madness like we've been hearing for some time now. Although we haven't really heard much about Tobey in Multiverse of Madness recently, he still very well could appear in the film. So Daniel says it could be a quick cameo in a multiverse movie or another movie, or it could be a full blown out Spider-Man 4 or TASM 3. And obviously, I think this is what people would want the most. They would want another full movie with Andrew Garfield, with Tobey Maguire, or perhaps both of them, or even bring Tom Holland back as well, and the three of them be in a movie together.
I'd be up for it.
I did hear a rumor not too long ago that was talking about maybe a movie with Andrew Garfield and Tobey, just the two of them together, going kind of across the multiverse. I don't know if there's any legitimacy to that rumor at all, but that is actually a movie that I really wouldn't mind seeing.
That'd be so freaking cool.
But right now it looks like we have a few different options of what could happen with Tobey and Andrew, and it does seem like they are returning. Sony wants it, plus Andrew and Tobey probably want it as well. In fact, Andrew Garfield was recently asked about The Amazing Spider-Man 3 and if it was going to be made, and this is what he said: "No update from me. No one's going to believe me, anything I say ever again." And that's my problem.
Good point.
And that's true. He went around for, I think, almost a year and a half talking about how he wasn't the werewolf and he's not in Spider-Man No Way Home. And then, of course, he was. And, of course, that's not his fault. No one blames him for that. That's what he had to do. But let's just put it this way. If TASM 3 is going to be made, he's definitely not going to be the one that's going to tell us it's being made. But check out this very interesting news. This is coming from Morbius director Daniel Espinosa, and it's about the post-credit scenes in Morbius. And I won't really spoil anything, but let's just say it's heavily implied that Spider-Man has a future in Sony's Spider-Man universe. I recently said that thanks
Snapdragon G33 GX. Is that like a PS Vita or something?
Scenes for Morbius, I'm not really sure that Sony has any type of plan for Spider-Man. I think they might have an idea of what they want to do, but they're kind of just winging it right now. However, it appears, based off of what Daniel Espinosa said, that maybe they do. Here's what he said. In an interview with Total Film, he sat down to talk about the future of Morbius, especially about the post-credit scene kind of teasing the Sinister Six to maybe go up against Spider-Man, and here's what he said. I think that the future is very exciting, and I think that the plans that Sony has in very closed rooms that I'm not really allowed to attend, or the small snippets I've heard, fills me with joy. But if I said anything, they would shoot me on the spot. So this actually sounds pretty decent. He says that Sony has a very, very tight team working on the future of the Spider-Verse, essentially. But what's really interesting is he says that he's not allowed in that closed door. He's not allowed to hear what that team is working on, even though he just worked on a film that exists in the Spider-Man universe. Right. So I'm starting to think that maybe just Morbius, unfortunately, had to suffer with big changes made to it because
that's what I was
the
thinking.
delay. It was delayed over 2 years, and a lot happened in those 2 years, including Spider-Man No Way Home. So Sony's plans probably changed and stuff got cut from Morbius, and the film kind of just took a hit, unfortunately. The good news is that it does look like Sony has somewhat of a plan, and they're being very secretive about that, which is good. And also pretty expected, especially after Spider-Man No Way Home. I mean, we all knew about Tobey and Andrew being in the film basically 2 years before it came out. So the fact that Daniel Espinosa, the director of Morbius, a movie in their Spider-Man universe, wasn't allowed in this tiny closed door, this tiny room of people who knows what the future has in store for the Spider-Verse, means that they really are trying to do everything they can to keep everything a secret. Even though we are hearing that Tobey and Andrew are most likely to return either for cameos or for movies. Maybe Spider-Man 4, maybe TASM 3. But here's my question to you Spider-Man fans. If this does happen, if there perhaps is a Spider-Man 4 that's going to be made, if there's going to be a TASM 3 that's going to be made, would you want to know about it? Would you like it to be like Spider-Man No Way Home, where we find a lot of leaks out beforehand and we know a good majority of big surprising things that are going to happen, or would you like to remain in the dark? The big debate after Spider-Man No Way Home was, would you have enjoyed Spider-Man No Way Home more if you had no idea that Tobey and Andrew were going to appear in the movie?
Me personally, I don't think I would have. I think I would have enjoyed it equally as the same. You know what I'm saying? Because think about it. If I had known, like, one, regardless, me being me I am, and the fan I am, I would generally try to seek out as much knowledge as I can about the film. So I wasn't, though. And I would still watch the trailers. I just watch the trailers. You know what I'm saying? I'm just going based off the trailers. One, I'd automatically assume they're in it just because all the villains are in it. Why would they not throw the characters in it? Two, I would be shocked. If I had like no slight whatsoever like suspicion that they're in the film, I'd be shocked, sure, but I don't think it would be different from how I felt actually seeing them. Because even then, we didn't really see them in the movie until we actually watched the movie. You know what I'm saying? They weren't in a promotional TV spots or anything like that. You know what I'm saying? So it was still the first time really seeing them. You know what I'm saying? So I don't really think it'd be too much of a difference for me, at least.
Did knowing that they were going to appear in the movie actually make you even more excited for the film?
Yeah, it made me more excited, honestly.
The film even more. Yeah. I'm very curious to hear what everybody has to say about this one.
I mean, Spider-Man,
the fact that I kind of knew that Tobey and Andrew were going to be in the movie made me even more excited for it, because you never know 100% because they never admitted it. However, I do think I would like some type of confirmation that Spider-Man 4 is going to be made or The Amazing Spider-Man 3 is going to be made. I don't need to know the entire movie. I just would like a confirmation that it's going to happen. And it looks like that is in our favor. According to Daniel Richman, Sony is talking about that right now. They have things in plan, and hopefully this secret plan that Sony has for their Spider-Man universe will be revealed soon. But let me know what you think about all of this news in the comments down below. And would you choose a Spider-Man 4 movie with Tobey Maguire, or would you choose The Amazing Spider-Man
I knew he was going to do that
with Andrew Garfield if you had to choose one? Let me know down below. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe so you don't miss out on any of the latest Marvel news. For live updates, you can follow me on Instagram and Twitter. And as always, thank you all so much for watching. Woof, woof.
I feel like the easy answer that makes some more sense would be TASM 3, but the inner Raimi fan in me, the inner Tobey Maguire fan of me, you know what I'm saying, would say Spider-Man 4. But I feel like TASM 3 makes the most sense. Anyways, though, and it's more fitting because, you know, Andrew's younger, still very new, very, very energetic, and he was the one previous previous to Tom Holland, and he never necessarily got his third film. So in a way to kind of catch him up a little bit with all the other Spider-Man now. But anyways, yeah, very exciting news to hear that Sony does have a plan in that. Like I said, I said this like in the beginning of the video, and even in my Morbius, I didn't post a review, but I did post a couple videos about Morbius, and I mentioned, like, I think personally what happened was, like I said, a lot of stuff was taken out and a lot of things were changed in that movie because of Spider-Man No Way Home, and due to the fact that it was shot like 2 years ago, you know what I'm saying? Like, the movie was done and it was supposed to be released 2 years ago, and then Spider-Man No Way Home happened, big things happened with Sony, and Sony was like, money, you know what I'm saying? Then they kind of changed things a little bit to fit it along with this new thing they're trying to go with this whole Spider-Man character. So Morbius did get caught in the crossfire a little bit, but I didn't think it was a terrible, horrible film. I thought the film was okay. But anyways, y'all let me know down below in the comments, man. What are your thoughts on this? Let me know. I'm gonna ask a question, man. Would you guys, if you had to choose one, would you rather see TASM 3 or Spider-Man 4? Y'all let me know. You know what I'm saying? With that being said, make sure you follow Cosmic Wonder on his page. Go to his channel, subscribe, turn on notifications when he posts, like his videos, comment down below on them. Come back over here and do the same thing. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. Follow me on Twitch, follow me on YouTube. You can also follow me on, I point it, Twitch, YouTube. You can also follow me on Instagram at Leroy Says. So, same as YouTube channel. That being said, peace.